Yo, what's good people? I'm Eddie and this is my Achilles heel update. Over 2 years and 6 months since I ruptured my Achilles heel. If you haven't seen any of my videos, you can check my channel. There's an archive of videos you can go through. Basically, it just documents my journey through going the surgical and the non-surgical route. So if you're interested and you want to find out more, just have a look at my channel. But now I've just come to update you of how I've been since it's been 2 years and 6 months since I ruptured my Achilles. I've been good. I've been really good. And it's just looking back at the journey that I've been on. I went through quite a lot physically and quite a lot psychologically. But I could say probably around the 2-year mark, that's when you actually feel like your old self. It's funny, someone asked me, how does your leg feel after seeing them from such a long time? And they remember me from me being in a cast. And I looked back and told them, well, my leg feels good. I feel mobile now, I can run, I can do sprints. I'm back in football now, which is awesome. But I told them at the time, it's never really gonna feel like how it felt before my injury. But I could say for real that my leg is healed. Like the way I can feel the muscle placements, just the way I walk is slightly altered. It's not how I did before, but I could say that I have the full amount of strength. I can do, the exercises I was doing before: box jumps, hill lifts, like I said, sprints, swimming. Even though I can't swim, but basically after 2 years, I would say after the 2 years mark, you probably feel fully recovered. So frequent asked questions: should I go the surgical or non-surgical route? That pretty much depends on you, your beliefs, how fit you are as a person. If you're a sedentary person and you don't really train too much and you are unfortunate to go through this injury, this pretty much depends on your time length, how busy you are or whatnot. So if you're a person that's very active, plays a lot of sport, or just wants to get through this injury as soon as possible, follow a protocol, I would suggest the surgical route, as is just pretty much planned out pretty well. Every 2 weeks you go through a certain stage, and once you get towards the end of a stage, it just comes down to the physiotherapy, how well your physiotherapy goes. If you're more of a naturalist, like me at the start of the journey, I would suggest non-surgical. Non-surgical can be a little bit, the time length it just pretty much depends on you as a person, how you rehabilitate your leg. Or as opposed to the non-surgical route, which depends on you. If you're a very naturalist person, if you're a person that doesn't really believe in the certain medical practices nowadays, doesn't have that trust in medical practices, or if you just are a person that likes to naturally heal, then yeah, non-surgical is good for you. The only con I would say about non-surgical is that it just pretty much depends on you as a person, how you rehabilitate your leg after you get to that stage. Also, it depends on the healing process of how your body works, how fast your body can, just recover. It comes down to your eating, it comes down to how much you're relaxing. The situation I got into was that I went this non-surgical route. I kind of didn't really take it too easy and re-ruptured. Then I was forced to go the surgical route. So yeah, that's pretty much how it went. And also so it could be a longer duration as opposed to going surgical. So another frequent question: how long will my injury take to recover? If you want a short answer, I would say give it a year. Give it a year to, if you do the right things, you go through the 2-week protocols, once you get to a rehabilitation stage, you actually follow the protocol, what they give you, depending if you go through NHS or private practice. You stick to the exercises. You really do the strengthening exercises, you do the hill lifts, you do the squats, You do, you basically rotate your ankle, and you do it religiously. It could take even under a year for you to get back to walking. Maybe soft running, jogging, swimming. Yeah, I'd say maybe under a year. I would say maybe at quickest, probably 7 months. If you are part of a football team or part of a, just like a sports team, and you have someone to really help and rehabilitate your leg to the finest detail, it could be less than that. Because I see footballers that within 4 months they're back. But in the natural world, where we don't have physiotherapists and these people to help us with our legs 24/7, I would say give it a year, then your legs should be pretty much healed to a good level. 2 years to really say, yeah, like I'm back to my best, So yeah, it is a long injury. It takes some time, but what it really does and what it really helps, it grows your mindset quite a lot. You become a stronger, better person, more disciplined person. So yeah, like I would say up to a year. Another question, how do I take a shower? So like I told you, that it's pretty much, it depends on the stage you're going through. It's funny because a lot of the questions I'm saying it depends, but it really does depend. So first stage, once you rupture it, they're gonna put you straight away. They're gonna put your leg into a cast. So the way to shower, normally what I did, I'd get like a bin bag, any kind of bag that can basically cover the whole of the cast. I'll make sure I tie it so water doesn't get in. Initially, I more often took a bath, which was more easier. I had my leg dangling outside the bathtub to make it more easier to scrub myself or whatnot. Then again, if you could do it with the shower, you can basically balance and have your leg out of the thing, then it could work. But yeah, that's pretty much the way I did it. After coming out of the cast, initially your leg comes out really dry, really dry. Like it's unbelievable. It takes some time for your leg to get back to normal as well. The skin, because the dead skin has been trapped into the cast for like 2 weeks or so. So yeah, I initially do the same thing. Actually not after the cast. I don't. I actually make sure I scrub it efficiently. You can also look at your scar as well. Make sure your scar is healed up quite well. Then from there, yeah, you can use the shower. You can, as normal, you can still have your leg slightly dangling out the bathtub or whatnot, but you're gonna really need to scrub your leg down because of the dead skin. And after sleeping also, when you have the cast on, sleeping is quite uncomfortable, to be honest. But if you have your leg basically lying in one at one angle, you can only have your leg lying, inside or out. So sleeping in the cast you just have to get on with it. Once you're into a moon boots, then that's different. How I slept after the first duration of being in the moon boot, there's basically like an inner shell. If you check out one of my other videos, you'll be able to see the full workings of the moon cast boot. And there's like an inner shell that you have your leg in. I normally slept with that on, so it's like a big old sock thing. After, if you're in that boot for maybe up to 4 weeks or so, if you're brave enough, you can pretty much take your leg completely out and rest with it out. But just make sure that you try not to turn too much and keep your leg in one position pretty much. But after that, you won't really need to, you won't really have no problems. So there you go. A very frequent question I get is, how do I continue to keep fit whilst having an Achilles heel injury? It's funny because as you would think having an Achilles heel injury would be the end of your physical fitness journey. But no, if you had that determination, remember you have a lot of time. You have a lot of time to really think about stuff, think about life or whatnot. but you can still pretty much stay active. One thing I did was, well, even when I was still on crutches, I did make my way to the gym, and this is if you're really determined, or you can do even training at home or whatnot, but you can still do upper body training. So I'll take my crutches, go to the gym when it's convenient. I'll still do my upper body exercises, barbells. You could use the machines. If you're doing from home, if you don't have a gym access or whatnot, you can do push-ups. You can still do maybe one-legged squats, depending on how ambitious you are. You can still do a plank. There's a lot of exercises you can do if you have barbells at home. Yeah, so you can still pretty much stay active. One weight loss tip I had was intermittent fasting. And this was probably the best thing I've done to even help me now to maintain my weight. So as you know, with fitness, it depends on, or losing weight, it depends on how many calories you're burning as opposed to how many food you're eating throughout the day. So if you're eating less calories throughout the day, and especially if you're going through this injury, so you're more likely not going to burn as much as if you were just normally, like if you had your normal 2 legs on or not. If you eat less calories throughout the day and try to keep the food healthy. So what I went for was an 18-hour fast. So the rest of the hour, I'd say the rest of the 6 hours, I fitted in to eat my food. So it gives your body less time to digest food, and the fast will give you enough time for you to really digest that food properly and to really, just eat less calories throughout the day. And that really does help. At the end of it, I really did get really lean, and so basically that's a good tip. Intermittent fasting, and try to still stay active by doing upper body workouts, and you should still be good. Okay, another frequent question I get is going the surgical route painful? I would say no. Just going through the medical practice nowadays, there is quite a lot of drugs, a lot of things that you can take to really alter the pain. So initially, when you do go into the surgical, or you go under the knife, they put you under anesthesia. So I remember at the time they put me to sleep. By the time I woke up, I was still heavily under anesthesia. Even being in the hospital, them caring for me, I could feel a slight drain of it's probably blood down the incision part of the leg, or the leg that the wound that they sewed up. But the anesthetic is very, very, very strong. After you get home or whatnot, they gave me hydroxycodeine, which is a opioid to help you to still relieve the pain afterwards if you do have some. But being a man, if you're a strong man, you can get through the pain. It's not really much pain, pretty much. It just feels a little bit uncomfortable or whatnot. Let's just say you are a bit, you feel you're very sensitive to pain or whatnot, I don't feel it'll be too much of a problem. I think the better thing mentally is to think that you're repairing your leg, you're trying to get back to normal. Your mindset is to really recover. So I think that should be a bigger thing on your mind rather than the burden of feeling some pain or whatnot. Because at the end of the day, you're on a journey to recover. So that positive mindset should stay in your head. Okay, so last question: when can I get back into sport or physical fitness? Firstly, it comes down to you. So how you feel doing physical fitness, so as running, say for instance, or how you feel walking on your leg. Just pretty much how you feel. If there's any muscle imbalances or whatnot, you'll know pretty much how active, how intense what intensity you can do, as opposed to what exercise you're doing. Then it'll come down to, like I said, the person that's looking over you, so the person that's really assessing you. So they'll assess you, they'll see what you can do, what you can't do, your strengths or weaknesses, and then from there you will probably be good to go. But then again, it's down to you to assess yourself every so often. If you feel a slight niggle or a slight pull or whatnot, it's best to take it easy to start off with until you get to a level where you feel really comfortable in really going hard in the paint. But yeah, that's it pretty much. So thank you for watching, and I'm gonna do some new videos, moving on to new subjects, so please stay tuned for that. It'll be very interesting, very insightful. But if you are going through any Achilles heel injuries, you can check out the rest of my videos going the surgical and non-surgical route, and really just try to be strong. Really try to find other things to occupy your mind during that time, and really try to build your mindset, build your discipline, and really try to build from there. So thank you for watching, and peace.